So I know that many people raise hands, so I will try to talk about things that everybody and anybody can take the information from, so that their basic makeup knowledge will be. So first, whenever I do makeup, well, there is no order in which part you should be doing makeup on. Some people apply a lot of blush and put foundation over it. Some people start with brows because that's their life. Sometimes they put red lips in the beginning, so whatever around it is not going to be too heavy and is going to be compatible with the red. So there is no specific order in which you should start with. But usually I start with eyes, because whenever we apply eyeshadow, it's going to fall onto the cheek. And the triangle here is the most important part of the face, because it's like the cover of the book. You're not going to see around here too much compared to here. So if the eyeshadow falls onto the cheek, it's going to look a little dirty. So I would like to do the upper lid first, and then wipe the under eye with like a makeup wipe like this, and then put foundation. Okay. So in the beginning, I will put foundation on the lids, because with thinner skin, you can see the veins or maybe some discoloration can be seen. So I want to cover it with foundation. And there are like basically 3 types of foundation: powder, liquid, and cream. Liquid is the one that you can kind of like do this and it's like liquid. And cream or like this, or sometimes it comes in stick form, or like you can actually pass and touch the texture if you want. So these are the ones that I use. Here, I'm gonna spray alcohol later, so you can try a little bit if you want. So this one, even after tomorrow, it's not gonna get dry. But liquid foundation is gonna get dry. Like the lids are gonna get dry. So if your face feels like after washing your makeup, it looks fresher, then maybe you should go with like cream foundation, because it doesn't get dry. Like my mother, she's now 62 years old, but whenever she puts liquid foundation, she says that her skin looks like grandma. So why would I need foundation if it looks older? So instead of liquid foundation, I use cream foundation. There are many kinds and types of foundations. So some of them might work, some of them might not work. But I usually tend to use cream foundation, because I can put powder over it and it becomes kind of dry. I can have a full control of this being moist or dry, instead of liquid foundation getting kind of set without powder. So that's why I use this one. And whenever I pick the color, I try to put it on the collarbone, because my face, for example, is more red here than here, because this part is more tan with sun exposure. So if I match the skin like foundation color to here, then it's going to be all around red. So I try to find color that matches here, so it comes like uniform from neck to face. Let's see. If you squint and the color disappears, then that's the color. For example, this one might be too yellow and dark. So you can kind of see, oh, this is not the color. And typically, Caucasian skin tones are more pink hued than yellow. So usually they're like yellow and red foundation colors and light to dark. So Asians, Latinos, usually more like yellower skin tone. But do this and you can see if the color matches your skin tone. Okay. So first I put foundation on the eyelid. You can use Beauty Blender to
I saw you blending the two different colors. Is that something that you often do for people?
Yes, because one color might not be the perfect color. And if you just apply one color of shade and it becomes a little monotone and kind of like very flat, like Humpty Dumpty. So I try to use something lighter here and a little darker around here. And I try to mix like from the process of like smaller parts, so it doesn't look like one color, but it creates a little depth to the color.
What is that thing called? Is that like a sponge?
It's Beauty Blender. I can have you touch. It's wet. It's better to, if you want to touch this. And when you're done with passing, could you direct it to her so she can hold it for me? Oh, she's my friend, so she can give back to me later. Japan actually has the best quality of makeup brushes. It's called Hakuhodo. They have brushes made with squirrel hair, goat hair, horse hair, like weasel or like hair, and depending on the hair, the touch is very different. Squirrel hair is usually softest. You can kind of touch and see. Let me see. I don't mean to degrade MAC brushes, but you can touch and feel the two. Let's see. So this is synthetic. This is MAC brush. I think this is goat hair. This is squirrel hair. You can, I will pass it around so you can touch. And on top of the foundation, I'm gonna set it with loose powder because right now it's like really wet. I don't know if you eat squid, but but when we are cooking squid on the cutting board, and if I wanna blend the eyeshadow onto the squid, which right now it's like wet surface, the color won't blend. It's gonna be like so messy. So I wanna put flour, which is loose powder, and make the surface really smooth, so the powders are gonna slide with each other, and it's gonna be easier to blend. So that's something that I do. So if anybody is having problem with blending, put loose powder first. And when you're blending, think of your eyelid as the butt of hamster and try not to surprise or wake the hamster up. So So it's very, very, very soft touch. It's very soft. Like I'm like tickling the butt with like a needle. And if I do this, then it's gonna be like. So it has to be very, very gentle and soft. I'm using beige eyeshadow like this because beige is the natural shadow color of the skin tone and it creates natural indentation. Look straight for me. Good, thank you. Keep looking straight. If your eye is depending on the eye shape, it's sometimes easier to keep looking straight and have the indentation visible so we know where to put the color. Like calligraphy, you don't want to do like this, but you want to do this because it's going to, the more you touch, it's going to dispose more color. So in order to make a smoother finish, I don't want to take my brush off the skin. So like that.
Do you usually work in silence, or do you like have music? Like, do you have pump-up music? Or, like,
Usually I play like voice of birds or something relaxing because it makes me be unable to talk to the person if I'm listening to like pump-up music. If I'm doing on my own, then I listen to whatever pump-up that I want. I listen, but I like Mary Poppins soundtrack or Dear Evan Hansen or something that's musical.
Do you like Waitress?
I haven't seen it yet, but this time, this time I bought like 5 tickets to Broadway. I love musicals. Like I was dancing to Beauty and the Beast. Oh, that's what I love. I really want to break the stereotypical understanding of what monks are because I'm a human and everybody else is. My father is a renowned scholar, like Buddhist master, but he still watches comedy and he farts and everybody's human. So, and that's what I learned from like working with Miss Universe. Maybe she has morning breath that I could smell, or maybe like she had problems with her boyfriend, and people cry, and I learned that everybody's human. So I didn't want to feel like they are somebody different that I can never reach. So knowledge really was a great power that I gained by knowing. Let's see. Okay, so next I'm gonna use brown eyeliner. This is something that anybody can do. Lash line is the darkest, and as it goes up, it becomes 100% dark to 80, 60, and then it becomes like diffused. So that's what I'm gonna do. So close. So the closest part, I'm gonna draw brown liner. And keep your eyes closed.
It's hard.
No, don't worry. It doesn't have to be a, keep it close.
Oh, sorry.
It doesn't have to be a precise line. And I'm gonna blend it with this brush. This is a really fine brush that I really love. You can pass it around if you wanna see close. And I'm gonna blend the brown eyeliner with dark eyeshadow. When you don't blend the eyeliner, and if you can see the line, I think it's kind of amateur. So I want to blend the line and make it kind of diffused. Let me see. Can you open? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And I'm gonna use purple eyeshadow and I will blend the line a little bit. Can you see? Open? Open. Okay, close. Okay.
Did you ever get into painting? Painting? Did you ever get into painting?
Yes. My major at Parsons was fine arts. So I did a lot of painting. I really like the Ardell waist piece. Wait, so do you? Yes? Let me see. Let's see. Can you back up just a tiny bit and look directly to the... Yeah, thank you. Chin down. Look straight. Okay.
I have a question for Conquer. Are you doing anything special tonight?
I'm not yet, no. Do you have any ideas?
That's one thing that
I should.
no, not me.
Look down. You okay?
Uh-huh.
Down. See? Okay.
I have a question. What's your favorite brand of mascara?
I love this one. It really depends on the person because you look like an Asian descent. Some of Asian people, we have lashes that go down and not like this. Some people have like flower eye. This one is good to hold the curl up and it doesn't go here. So if you wanna take a look, it's this one. Otherwise, I like the Maybelline, the yellow lash mascara. This is a Japanese one that I got in Japan. I just came from there, and we have some good ones there too. So look down. Thank you.
Does good makeup need to be expensive?
I think mascara, eyeliner, lipstick don't need to. Foundation, some of the cheap ones may look like drugstore foundation, so I try to get okay quality, like maybe MAC or Makeup Forever. Otherwise, it's more about the skills. It's like having same paint, and if you give it to an artist or not as experienced person, it's more about how you use the liner or color than what you use.
In that analogy, how much does the canvas matter?
What did she say?
How much does the canvas matter? Like,
Oh.
and am I a good canvas? Follow-up question.
It's really about if you can connect with the person, because if I can really connect and have good conversation, it's easier to know what they like. I don't know who you asked. Who asked? Oh, okay. So it's about having a great connection with the person. If you are really used to one person, then she might be able to do a great makeup. If they don't get along, maybe they're not going to do well. So it's really about understanding what they need. That's what I think. Yes?
As a related question, as an artist, do you kind of conceive of what you want your end product to look like, or is it a process that changes as you work?
It's both. It's like cooking, maybe. Yes. You think you are cooking something, and sometimes it becomes something else, and sometimes it turns out as it wanted to be. But you are working with somebody alive, so sometimes it becomes a little different than what you envisioned. Close. Thank you.
Is there a specific type of like face or face structure that you prefer to work with?
I think no, I don't really. Some people really change with makeup, so these people are fun. Some people are already pretty and they don't change as much. So these are that's not really fun, maybe.
I won't ask.
Look up. Up.
Oh,
Eyes up.
Open.
Yeah.
Oh,
Up.
do I open them?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
And I kind of wipe the under eye so it becomes cleaner.
What are we laughing at? I don't know.
How do you like your lashes?
I don't know.
Have
I
you
haven't
worn
seen
them
it.
before?
No, this is the first
No?
time.
Oh.
I think I might be crying. I can't tell.
Well,
Because I'm happy.
you can do this with your toe, and then
What was that?
toe finger like toes. Do this, and then it's gonna prevent from tears coming out. That's what I heard. Does it?
It's working, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So do I have, they're on my eyes right now? Oh yeah. I don't know if I filled them.
Yes. And some people are more like red here compared to like here. So under eye and also around the nose, I really want to cover well. look up. And for boys, I usually like minimal foundation and coverage because otherwise it will look like a little like androidish. Yes. Like an android.
Like a robot?
Yes.
Did you bring him a wig?
A whole outfit.
What's your drag name?
I actually been thinking about this a lot recently. So it's kind of Yale specific, but Socrates, and they did DS, but like they're not gonna talk about it, but they're inspired by all their readings, and they have like a wig that's like done up, and then they're all like, it's all gray and like with the beards, you know. Yeah, I thought about it a lot. Do you have any suggestions? No, you're not feeling it yet.
I mean, that's hard to top.
Thank you, whoever said that. It's kind.
You look like a princess.
Really?
So wherever that's red, I'm trying to cover.
Princess Diana.
And this is another trick, but if you cover under eye like this circle, this triangle, it looks like he has foundation all over, right? So you don't have to put everywhere if you want to wear it lighter. Look up. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh.
Do you have any makeup questions?
What's your favorite brand of
False lashes?
false lashes for Asian eyes?
This one.
Like mono?
Or maybe this.
Are those the
It's the mink one, so it's a little softer. I got it at CVS yesterday.
My lash stuck.
Look up. Oh, it's good.
Okay.
Do you put in as much effort into your skincare as your makeup, or
Do I
your
put?
skincare routine?
I put like lotion, and then put Umbrioli's cream. It's a French cream. It's really anti-allergic reaction. Like it doesn't create, it doesn't make too much allergic reaction. So a lot of makeup artists are using this, and it's very moist and hydrating. So I use this on my skin. I don't put too much stuff on my skin. Yeah.
Is it normal to get a headache whenever you wear eye makeup?
I agree. Yeah, maybe. Especially like lashes.
Anything? Concealer, eyeshadow, eyeliner.
Headache. I don't think it's common. But like you can't really touch, so it's a little thin layer of stress. Like you can't mess it up, and you have to be aware. So maybe that's another effect, maybe. And whenever you put lashes on, you want to curl it again, so it really opens the eye. Look down.
Does not hurt.
No?
Open. Okay.
Have any monks ever asked you to do their makeup outside of the
Oh, sorry.
temple setting?
In the dormitory, they wanted their eyebrows plucked. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I'm not used to it.
Yeah.
Is that why you work from the top down? Is because you start crying. You don't want to run over the other stuff.
Let's see. So I just filled in the waterline with black eyeliner, and I blended under with eyeshadow. Look up. Sorry, you're not used to this, huh?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, don't worry. Look straight. Okay. And I will put some lip gloss.
So excited.
This is the type of makeup that I usually do on my own. It's not too too feminine. I don't want to put like red lipsticks because it's gonna make me feel like too feminine. So I like to wear some heavier on the eyes, not too much foundation, a little filled in brows, and a little bit of lip gloss. So it looks like it's not incomplete. Let me see. Look up. Look up. Thank you. That's it.
Oh, thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. I don't want him to be like too out of context, so I just did the eye makeup more, so it doesn't look like it's too crazy.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I think I still have 7 minutes. If you have questions, yes.
I have a question. Again, like blending your Buddhism and monk life with not just makeup but queer scene in general. And I can think of like celibacy as one example, but are there things from the queer culture that you cannot participate because of your Buddhist convictions?
I don't think I understood the question. Can you say in easier form of English, please?
So celibacy is one big example I'm thinking where
What is celibacy?
you can't get married.
Ah,
Right. And there are, like, queer culture has many, it's not just about drugs, but there are many parts to it. And are there things that you cannot participate because of your Buddhist beliefs and convictions?
in Japan, Buddhism is very flexible, and it's much looser. For example, my parents are married and they had me, so so people still can get married and they can eat whatever, and that's because the Japanese Buddhism accepted and allowed more freedom for monks. So as long as we are faithful, and in terms of Pure Land Buddhism, as long as I'm chanting faithfully, if it helps me to spread the message by doing makeup, or if I can spread the message because of my family, or maybe some monks, they want heir who the members can trust instead of having somebody new. So there are a lot of exceptions that others might not agree with in terms of Theravada Buddhism. So I don't really feel like there is a thing that I cannot do, but because I want to respect the monkhood, I try to, like I said, respect the form of monk robes and not like mix with something else. I still want to respect other religions, and I don't want to offend anybody. So these are the things that I try not to do. But other than that, I think people can get married, and stuff like that. So I don't really feel like there is a big barrier because I'm a Buddhist. Sorry, I think he had.
Yeah, how do you see queer representation in Japan today, and what would you like to see change?
I think I'm like very anarchical myself because I wear heels outside, and I have never seen other boys wearing heels and makeup outside in Japan. So I would like to be a pushing boundary person. So if somebody else wants to wear makeup and heels against their expectation, I want to be an example so that they feel better and people feel like, oh, I have seen somebody like that before. So they are more immune to self-expression. So that's what I want to do. And how do I want society to...
But what would you like to see change, if anything?
I really want gay marriage legalized in Japan because laws supporting our rights is going to really validate our existence. Yeah.
You talked a bit about how your queerness has affected your Buddhism, but I'm wondering, kind of going the other way around, like what queer culture or queer people could learn from Buddhism.
When you say Buddhism can teach queer culture, like that everybody's equal, stuff like that?
That would be a great thing for all of us to learn. Yeah, something like that. I was just wondering, like, what if you can think of anything off the top of your head of like things, concrete things, maybe that like
something Buddhists can learn from LGBTQ.
Other way around, like the LGBTQ community could take from the queer community. I mean, it's community. Yeah.
I think,
yeah. Like, queer activists have learned a lot from like feminists over time, and like how to like engage.
I think Buddhists can learn from me. For example, I am both a male and female, so they have to be understanding and well educated enough because there are people who are part of the LGBTQ community, and there are things that I can contribute to the society. So some monks, they want their children to take over their temple in the future because they can kind of shift what they have to the children, but the children might not want to become a monk. So I really want monks and Buddhists to know that there are different possibilities and potential that we might not be seeing, but because we are aware of it, people can feel more at peace or feel respected in temples. So I really want to show diverse celebration, and I really want them to understand and celebrate together.
Okay. Any last minute questions? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I just want to know a little bit more about your Buddhist practice. Do you have like a daily meditative practice, and do you ever lead ceremonies when you are in Japan?
Yes, I do the ceremony mostly with my father because he's higher, but I have done some ceremonies where I did alone for the ancestors. For my personal meditation, I really like writing my thoughts on note, whatever that comes to my mind, because it helps me to really pour out what I'm concerned about, or I also chant because it really helps me to balance my thoughts. It's like I'm in a river with things coming, and by meditating I can be on top of a mountain and see what's blocking the current or what's making my body cold by knowing what's where. So writing my thoughts out, chanting, or visualizing, like law of attraction, that I like as well. So whatever that's beneficial and compatible with my personality, I do daily. Yes.
Well, Kodo, thank you so much for all this.
Thank you.